Hi, I'm Mr. Gallagher. I teach all the video production classes here at Fossil, and I'm going to be helping put together this year's virtual Fossils Got Talent. So I want to give you some recording tips to try to make your productions as high quality as we can, so we are showcasing your talent the best way that we can. So I know most of you are going to be recording on cell phones, and that's awesome. Modern cell phones have just really spectacular cameras on them, but they do have some limitations. So let me give you a couple of tips. First one, and most important, is to make sure you're recording wide, exactly like I am now. Don't record tall, because a lot of students will be watching this on screens that are TV screens, computer screens that have to be wide. And if you make it tall, it ends up just shrinking that image down and it doesn't look as good. Second piece, if you can, get somebody to record for you. Right now I'm recording this on a selfie camera on my iPhone, but my Android phone works just great as well. They both have fantastic cameras. But if you can, don't record with the selfie cam because you're setting up your own shot the way that I am now. If you can get somebody to record you, then they're going to use the back camera instead of the selfie camera, and this back camera sensor is more than twice the resolution of the selfie camera, so it just looks a ton better. So if you can, have somebody else film it. If you can put it on a tripod the way that mine is on right now, that will help quite a bit, because then we're paying attention to what's happening within the frame instead of focusing on the movement of the camera itself. As soon as there's even a little bit of camera movement, that's all that you pay attention to. Now, if you're doing something with your talent, like a dance routine or something like that, and you need the person to pan to follow you, that's fine. If you can, put it on a tripod. If you want to record it somehow at the school, I can help with that. Come and see me in room 205. But as much as you can, try to have the camera static. Now, if that means we're going to have to get way, way, way far away from you and we're only going to see you as this tiny speck because you're moving around so much, then it's much better to have somebody move the camera, because we do want to see your face. Which brings me to my next tip, which is help me to see your face. That this is what people connect to. No matter where the face is on camera, this is what they want to see. So if you can set it up in a way that we're looking at your face while you're playing the piano, while you're dancing, while you're playing the drums, whatever it is you're doing, seeing these two eyes allows us to connect with you as a human. And that's really essential to structuring your video in a way that gets people hooked into what you're doing. Now, a lot of performances are going to be visual, like dance, to music that you don't necessarily have playing at high quality while you're dancing. Maybe you've got a Bluetooth speaker or something like that. If you do, then I need to know what song and what version of that song you actually recorded it to, so that we can replace your performance music that we hear in the background with an actual recording of the song in our editing. So yeah, if you're recording something as a performance, but there's a sound that you want behind it, we need to know what that sound is so that we can put it behind it in the edit. Hopefully that makes sense. All right, now my second to last tip is that if you are recording a performance that involves sound you are making, so you're playing the drums, you're playing the piano, you're singing, the microphones on the iPhones and the Androids aren't bad, but they're very small diaphragms. So if you have the ability to record into something besides a phone, please do. If you don't stress it. I've had entire virtual concerts that we've edited together with people only using their phones. But there is an aspect of sound that's really important, and that's how close you are to your phone. So let's say that you're playing the piano and you're singing. Well, the piano tends to be a lot louder than the person's voice. So I would want a phone that is recording the visuals, and you could do this in multiple takes. And I would also want a phone that's close enough to your actual mouth that I hear your vocals as loud as the piano, or vice versa. If you're just singing and you want some sort of a backing track behind you, try to play that backing track through headphones so that only you can hear it, and record your voice clean. Then send us a copy of that backing track and we will layer it together and make sure that the volume works well with what your voice is doing. So if you're recording video separately from audio, then make sure that the video, even if you're far away, make sure that your video is where you want it to be, but your audio recording has to be within arm's length of your body. If your audio recording is further away than arm's length, where I am right now, then the audio starts to get very quiet, and that's going to make you sound less impressive, and there's only so much we can do to improve that in post. But if you record within arm's length, we can make you sound great in post. Last request, and student council might have some additional pieces that they want to put on this this final request, but for me and my editors, what I need is when you share your files, that you share them through Google Drive, you label them with your name, the type of performance it is, piano recital, interpretive dance, drums, whatever it is. Just give me a label so I know what it is. And then the third part I really need in that file name is part 1 of how many. So if you're doing everything in a single recording like I am right now, that's part 1 of 1. If you're doing a recording, but you're going to also have a separate piece that is for the audio, put part 1 of 2, and then name which file is the video you want us to use and which file is the audio you want us to use. If you are recording 2 different camera angles that you want us to edit between, awesome. Say part 1 of 1 video, part 1 of 2 video, part 2 of 2 video, and then I know to edit between them. And you can add any notes you want to those file names, because that'll be the easiest way for you to communicate with me and the editor with how you want it to come together. You can also email me. My name is B. Gallagher, but they cut off the ER at the end. So it's BGALLAGH@psdschools.org. Or you can text me on my school district cell phone. Just introduce yourself, tell me who you are. And that phone number is 970-692-4797. Send me any questions you have. I will happily walk you through the process and make it work for you. Thank you, and break a leg. I hope your performance is amazing. Can't wait to see it.